Well, hello, free people of the Rocky Mountain region. This is Brandon from Free State, Colorado. I hope you're doing well today. Well, you're probably doing a lot better than Secretary of State Jena Griswold. As more and more comes out about this leaked election password story, the worse it gets for the Secretary of State. That's right, Jena's in even more hot water now than she was a couple weeks ago. So, just to catch you up, if you hadn't heard the news, here's kind of what we know so far. So back in June, a spreadsheet was uploaded to the Secretary of State's website. Very common. This is normal. This is something that is publicly available information. We don't know who uploaded the spreadsheet. It's an employee who no longer works at the office, but they have not been identified publicly. Well, anyways, the problem with the document they uploaded accidentally contained passwords to election machines across the state. As far as we know, 63 out of Colorado's 64 counties were affected, and these passwords were publicly available for months. So on October 24th, the Secretary of State's office learned about these leaked passwords. So, I mean, you're talking, 4 months later, basically, that these passwords have been publicly posted online. Anybody could have really gotten them. Um, but there they go. They're online. So Secretary of State's office learns about it on October 24th. They rush to get everything changed. They get it done in about a week. So apparently, from what we know, all 64 counties in Colorado had their BIOS passwords updated statewide. So supposedly the issues contained. No need to worry any further, right? And then on November 1st, the Libertarian Party of Colorado sued the Secretary of State's office for this breach, for this leaked password situation, claiming that these elections are not necessarily to be trusted. Maybe we need to do a hand recount. That's really what we want. It's the only way we can be sure. For months and months and months, these machines could have been compromised, and there's no evidence to suggest that they weren't. So on November 4th, we find out that the Secretary of State's office then tried to hire a law firm for their independent investigation. Turns out they have big ties to the Democratic Party of Colorado as well as to the Secretary of State. It's unbelievable, right? I guess not really if you know the Secretary of State and you know what's going on there. So check this out. This is absolutely crazy. The Secretary of State had to switch the law firm they hired for this independent investigation. This is from CPR News. Publish all the links at freestatecolorado.com. Go to freestatecolorado.com and you can find the links to everything I talk about. I always do that. But here's from that article. Griswold's office originally hired David Powell with the Denver firm Garnett, Powell, Maximin, Barlow, and Farbs to conduct a personnel investigation. One of the partners at the firm, Stan Garnett, is the former Democratic District Attorney for Boulder. His son, Alec Garnett, is the former Speaker of the Colorado House and previously served as Colorado Governor Jared Polis's chief of staff. Doesn't get much more politically connected than that. I mean, come on. I mean, talking about a biased group of people here. Stan Garnett donated $2,250 to Griswold's campaign between 2017 and 2022. Another partner, Hubert Farbs, donated $2,400 to Griswold's campaign, while a third partner, Josh Maximin, donated a small amount. I mean, absolutely ridiculous. This is the first group that the Secretary of State's office thought to help with their investigation is this politically connected group. Thankfully, they were exposed. The media did their job on this one, and the Secretary of State was forced to hire another company, another law firm to come in and do this investigation. But that's not all, folks. That's not all. Newly released audio from a phone call recording between the Secretary of State's office and the county clerks shows that the Secretary of State's office had no intention of alerting the county clerks to this leaked password issue. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. It's outrageous. I mean, you got to think about it, right? The county clerks are with these machines, the machines that these passwords are online. They're in the offices. They're the ones who are duly elected to make sure that these elections are legitimate and conducted properly. Secretary of State's office finds out that these passwords to their machines are compromised, that the machines could be potentially accessed, code could be changed. They could totally change how these elections are counted, how these votes are counted, and they don't want to tell the county clerks, the ones who have the best access to the information as to whether anybody was getting into these machines during this time period. Absolutely crazy. So this is from Colorado Peak Politics, November 15th. A leaked recording reveals the Deputy Secretary of State telling election clerks they didn't plan to inform them of the online password security breach because it would cause a media frenzy of bad publicity. That's right. That's what the Secretary of State's office is interested in is bad publicity. They're not that interested in making sure our elections are secure, in my opinion. Beall, who's this Deputy Secretary of State, told the clerks, quote, "Okay, I will tell you all I can do to be as transparent as I possibly can. We were not going to tell counties because we could not tell counties without it becoming a media storm it has become." Wow. One of the county clerks says there, "That's BS," says Maloney Chris, and he's totally right. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous that the Secretary of State would hold this information back from the county. So, it keeps getting worse for Jena Griswold. Things are bad. I mean, she should resign. I mean, honestly, she should be resigning if she wants to restore trust in Colorado's elections to the public. She's only got 2 more years in office. A little while ago, I wrote this piece on freestatecolorado.com/Griswold, where I go into a lot of what I would say she's done in the past to politicize her office and betray the trust of Colorado voters. So check that out if you're interested. Also, want to recommend you check out Jimmy Sengenberger's op-ed at the Denver Gazette. I'll post the link to where he published this on X as well. But yeah, he's totally right. Griswold has been focused on her image, on publicity, on trying to be a political activist rather than being Secretary of State. But as I said, all of these links, all of these stories are over at freestatecolorado.com. You can find the link there and read this press release and listen to that audio from the Secretary of State call to the county clerks. I'll keep you updated. There's more to come on this, and hopefully, we'll see some accountability for Secretary of State Jena Griswold and see some more outrage from the public.